Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Peter Rabbit. The trend of animation being inserted into live action settings has been around for a very long time. In some cases, such as Mary Poppins or a more recent franchise, Paddington, it works very well and becomes a very charming, wonderful family experience. In most cases, especially in recent history, we get mess. Just weird looking, non-cohesive messes of filmmaking. Cue in yet another example with Peter Rabbit. So the trailers looked horrible to me. I don't think I even laughed or chuckled a single time watching those trailers. Thus, I kind of was going in assuming this was going to be a little bit closer to Garfield than Paddington. And I was right. This movie is a mess. So for the positives, I am donning the bunny ears that I got today at the screening. Apparently, I'm a floppy-eared bunny. But, of course, with every film, there are things to appreciate here in Peter Rabbit. There are dues to be given. First of all, the rabbits are cute. They really are cute. They are by far the cutest animal animation in the film. I would argue probably one of the only well-done animations in the film. But they really have like these endearing cute little faces, and they have really cute moments with each other. Like the nuzzling of their foreheads together was really cute. And, you know, there were definitely awe moments just by looking at those cute little bunnies. It's unfortunate that their actions then negate all cuteness, but you know. And there are a couple like hand-drawn sequences that are in the style of the original Peter Rabbit children books that are so nice. They are beautifully brought to life animation-wise, and they actually evoke the sweetness of what Peter Rabbit as a property is. And I kind of just wish that was the movie. I wish we had stayed in those paintings and stayed in that 2D animation, the sweetness, because that was Peter Rabbit, and that's the story I would have preferred to see. So they're really nice when they come up, but they don't come up nearly often enough. And it seemed like kids were okay coming out of my screening, that they thought it was a funny movie. So though I had a horrible time sitting through it, apparently kids didn't hate it. So for the plethora of negatives with this movie, first of all, it plays to the lowest common denominator of humor possible, each and every chance that it gets. And the weird thing is, it's not that it's really like slapsticky humor, it's just one, stupid humor, two, a lot of body humor, and then three, tries to be self-aware and meta, but doesn't pull it off. Like, it just comes across as like, oh, okay then. The whole film just is like crass joke after rude joke after blech joke. There's maybe one or two that I found that landed well, but overall, just none of the humor worked for me. We had instances of really adult humor thrown in here, assumingly to appeal to the adults that are in the audience, but it was a fail on all humor aspects across the board. There's also a serious lack of endearment with our main characters. Rose Byrne's character is lovely enough. She just isn't quite developed enough to really latch on to. And then we have Domhnall Gleeson and Peter Rabbit, who the story is named after, both of who are acting just really horribly, and neither have enough positive qualities to really make up for that. And Peter Rabbit is a brat. Like, the entire film. He has a small little, like, redemption arc there at the end, maybe, but yeah, he's a brat. And our side characters are mostly annoying. They're very, very repetitive, and that leads back to the jokes. Like, there's a rooster, who his joke develops a little bit as we go on, but he just kind of gives the same joke after the same joke. There's a pig that does the same joke over and over. There is a deer that comes in with the exact same joke. Both times he gets a joke. There's a badger. Same joke. All of the animals just have the exact same joke every time they come on screen. It's all just a lot of the same poured on throughout the entirety of the film. And while the rabbits looked cute and had like cute little faces and were pretty well animated, a lot of these side animals looked horrible. For one, that pig was like horrific looking. Like it was a terrifying appearance, especially when he was like yelling and screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna give kids nightmares with how creepy this is. But like the deer, for example, looked horrible. The animation on that deer looked horrible. There were these random singing birds who again had the same joke over and over each and every time that they were on screen. They looked okay, I guess, but most of those woodland creatures, they just didn't look very good. And there's no real good message here. I mean, Peter Rabbit learns a message, but for children to get a translated message, it's not a strong message. It's not an original message, certainly. And it's just weak. So we have all of this like crass humor, all of this like shenanigans that make the characters unendearing, and we don't even get like a really good like core message that comes through. So for me, that's a fail on the part of the filmmakers of a family film. And in saying that, there's also very few moments of like sweetness. It mostly relies on the cuteness of the rabbits themselves to interrupt the like crude crassness of the humor. There's also a weird choice to have a narrator. It's answered at the end. There is an in-credit scene, but I didn't get it. I didn't understand the narrator. And then in those moments of like breaking the fourth wall and self-realization and trying to be meta, they would like literally kind of insult their own property, which was like, oh, okay then. So overall, Peter Rabbit is just like a crass mess. I don't think the voice work was very good. James Corden was just annoying and obnoxious. People like Daisy Ridley and Margot Robbie need to be happy that their faces weren't on camera. And the acting was just like over the top, hokey, old school, blech type of acting from two talented actors. There was no great messaging, and this is just another strike against Sony Animation. Honestly, right now, I'm holding out hope for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Otherwise, can we just cancel Sony Animation because they keep just churning out nonsense. Like nonsense, and more nonsense from Sony Animation. And Peter Rabbit is just the latest in examples of that. So this one is a rental at most if you have found those trailers at all endearing or funny. Otherwise, please take your kids to go see Paddington 2. That's a sweet, beautiful live-action animation hybrid that works very well, while Peter Rabbit is like the antithesis of what Paddington 2 represents. It is crass, it is rude, there is no sweet messaging going on here, and it's a completely unoriginal, uninspired family film. So, that is my review of Peter Rabbit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Peter Rabbit? And what is your favorite animation live-action hybrid? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!